Hey there, this is Teacher Lab Podcast episode 183, 5 mistakes you make learning English with TV series. My name's Ola and I'm an English teacher. I believe you can eliminate your language blockade. You can speak English with more confidence, slay that fear and enjoy easy communication. Join a free challenge to start speaking English. The link is in the description or visit powiedz.pl to sign up. Visit my website for full transcripts and worksheets to each episode. Visit my shop at teacherola.com and enjoy your journey to fluency. Happy learning! Hello there! Thank you for pressing play and inviting me to spend some time with you. Today we're talking about TV series because last Sunday there was another English live class during which you spoke about the first episode of Modern Family. I have zero doubt about the advantages of this method of learning. Nevertheless, nothing comes naturally and everything can be improved. Today I picked a few things to keep in mind when learning English with TV series. Before we jump in, please let me invite you to my shop at teacherola.com where you can get access to English live classes with the materials, with homework and with the audio files, and they will help you digest the vocabulary from Wednesday by Netflix and Modern Family available on Disney+. It's teacherola.com. Also, join me on Thursday at 11 a.m. live on Instagram. Thursday, 11 a.m., we have a short 20-minute class. Let's meet for a quick coffee break. Thanks for your patience and let's get back to the episode. 5 mistakes you make learning English with TV series. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you can make the most out of watching TV series to improve your English skills. We're not going into details today. I just want to list them for you and encourage you to improve whatever you can. I think I'll elaborate some more on those issues in the near future. And now, let's begin. 1. Giving up after 1 or 2 episodes. That's a big don't. You have to follow through. Stick to the whole season or a given number of episodes. You know it because I say this all the time. Consistency is the key. Language acquisition is a gradual process and it requires regular practice and exposure to the language. It's a complex process and it takes time, my friend. Have a listen to episode 129 to learn all about the 4 stages of learning, okay? It's Teacher Ola Podcast, episode 129. When will I speak English fluently? 4 stages of learning. Consistency builds your confidence and only by holding on for a month at least. Only this can give you enough exposure to a given method and then you're able to say, okay, this didn't work out. I'm gonna find something else. Then, of course, look for something different. But first stick to one series for a month. 2. Watching without subtitles. I hear many teachers and learners saying that watching TV series without subtitles is the ultimate goal and the only way you should approach this method, because if you don't, you just end up reading the subtitles. Reading the subtitles is easier and the brain is not willing to make that effort and focus on the spoken language. I agreed, but we're learning English. You need to see the phrase you don't know in order to learn it, right? So I say, and I base my insight on years of practice with many students, watch without any subtitles first and then turn on English subtitles. This way, you'll improve your comprehension and vocabulary. 3. Not practicing speaking. Well, what can I add? You know me. I say this a lot. In order to speak English fluently, you have to speak. That's it. Speaking builds confidence, improves your pronunciation, and accustoms your facial muscles to new sounds. It helps you to get used to how you sound in a foreign language, and so it becomes less foreign. It dissolves that barrier. Only by practicing speaking regularly, you can become a more confident and effective communicator in English. 4. Not reviewing new vocabulary. Well, spaced repetition. 2 words that summarize everything really. Go to episode 129. Remember what you learn. Space repetition. Revising is learning. Revising has to be well planned and it has to be done, no doubt. Don't move onward too fast. Go on, but regularly go back. Okay? 5. Choosing the wrong show. You have to think about your expectations and your goals. Think about it. If you want to learn everyday casual communication, don't go for the Bridgertons or Game of Thrones, right? It's important to keep in mind that not all TV shows are created equal when it comes to language learning. Some TV shows may use very colloquial language, slang, or even made-up words that are not used in everyday conversation. Tune in to episode 133, which lists the best TV shows that will help you learn everyday English. 133. Let's practice now. Listen and repeat out loud. You have to follow through. You have to follow through. No doubt. No doubt. Don't move onward too fast. Don't move onward too fast. Consistency builds your confidence. Consistency builds your confidence. You have to think about your expectations and goals. You have to think about your expectations and goals. Some TV shows may use very colloquial language. Some TV shows may use very colloquial language. This way, you'll improve your comprehension and vocabulary. This way, you'll improve your comprehension and vocabulary. Speaking builds confidence and improves your pronunciation. Speaking builds confidence and improves your pronunciation. Reading the subtitles is easier and the brain is not willing to make that effort and focus on the spoken language. Reading the subtitles is easier and the brain is not willing to make that effort and focus on the spoken language. Only by practicing speaking regularly you can become a more confident and effective communicator in English. Only by practicing speaking regularly you can become a more confident and effective communicator in English. Well done! Now let's list all 5 mistakes to recap today's episode. Mistake number 1, giving up after 1 or 2 episodes. Don't do that. 2, watching without subtitles. Nonsense. Turn the subtitles on. 3, not practicing speaking. You have to speak in order to speak fluently. 4, not reviewing new vocabulary. Learning is revising. Do it. 5, choosing the wrong show. Don't choose Bridgertons, don't choose the Game of Thrones. They will not teach you everyday English. Well done! Now go to your inbox and get the worksheet to test yourself. Translate the sentences into English. If you're not a member of Top People, download the worksheet from teacherola.com/183. If you find this episode useful, tell your friends about my podcast. All I want you to do for me is this little favor. Help me reach people who need it. Thank you so much for doing so. Please rate this podcast wherever you listen, be it Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, or YouTube. Thank you so much. Without your help, I wouldn't be here by now. Take care, stay fearless, and say it out loud. Bye-bye! Masz blokadę językową. Dużo rozumiesz, ale nie mówisz płynnie. Brakuje ci słów, czasem tych najprostszych. Nie potrafisz szybko reagować. Jak masz coś powiedzieć po angielsku, zżera cię stres. Masz blokadę językową, bo rządzi tobą strach. Na szczęście można nauczyć się mówić swobodnie. Serio, można nauczyć się mówić swobodnie. Weź udział w darmowym wyzwaniu Powiedz coś. Wejdź na stronę powiedzcoś.pl. Zapisz się na darmowe wyzwanie. Your journey to fluency starts now. powiedzcoś.pl